If you've ever tried to pull line items off an invoice with raw optical character recognition, OCR, you know the pain. You get a flat stream of text with no idea which number is the total and which is a postal code. Azure AI Document Intelligence solves that by returning structured fields, tables, and key value pairs, not just characters. In the next 5 minutes, we'll build the mental model. Look at how the analysis call actually works in Python, the 4 settings that really matter, and the gotchas that bite people in production. Let's take it apart. Under the hood, there are 3 layers stacked on top of each other. At the bottom is OCR, which finds words and their bounding polygons on the page. On top of that sits layout analysis, which reconstructs reading order, detects tables, selection marks, and paragraphs. The top layer is the document model, which maps those layout elements to named fields with a schema. A pre-built invoice model knows what a vendor name and an invoice total are. A custom model learns your specific form. Every result also carries a confidence score per field, which is the signal you'll route your human review around. The first real decision is which model to use. Pre-built models cover common documents like invoices, receipts, identity documents, and tax forms, and they need zero training. If your documents fit, start there. For your own forms, you train a custom model. Custom template models need as few as 5 labeled samples and work well when layout is consistent. Custom neural models handle variable, unstructured layouts but want more samples and more training time. Rule of thumb: try the pre-built and the general layout model first, and only train custom when the pre-built fields don't match your data. In Python, you use the Azure AI Document Intelligence package. The key thing to understand is that analysis is asynchronous. You call begin analyze document, which kicks off a long-running operation and returns a polar. You then call result, which blocks until the service finishes. For a multi-page PDF, that can take several seconds, so never wire this directly into a synchronous web request. Notice you pass a model ID like pre-built invoice and the raw bytes. The result gives you documents, each with a fields dictionary, and every field exposes both a value and a confidence. In production, you don't call the service from a request thread. A common pattern is event-driven. A document lands in blob storage, an event triggers an Azure function. The function calls document intelligence, and the structured result gets written to Cosmos DB or a queue for downstream processing. This decouples the slow analysis from your users, lets you retry on failure, and gives you a natural place to apply confidence thresholds before data flows on. Keep your endpoint and key in Key Vault, not in code. For levers, change your results the most. First, model selection, the single biggest factor in accuracy. Second, the pages parameter, so you only analyze the pages you need instead of paying for a 100-page document. Third, the confidence threshold, where a sensible starting point is routing anything below about 85% to human review, then tuning per field. Fourth, local and high-resolution OCR for dense or low-quality scans. Pricing is per page and differs sharply between pre-built, layout, and custom, so check the current Azure pricing page before you commit to a model. A few things consistently bite teams. Confidence is per field, not per document, so an overall pass can still hide one wrong total. Always validate critical fields downstream. Tables come back as flat cell arrays with row and column indices, so you have to reassemble the grid yourself. There are hard limits on file size and page count per request, so split large batches. Custom models silently degrade when your real-world documents drift from your training set, so monitor confidence over time and retrain. And rotated or skewed scans tank OCR quality, so consider pre-processing. So the mental model is 3 layers: OCR, then layout, then a document model that gives you named fields with confidence. Reach for pre-built models first. Train custom only when the schema doesn't fit. Run analysis asynchronously off the request path, and treat per field confidence as your gate to human review. Your one concrete next step. Take a real document from your domain, run it through the pre-built layout model in the Document Intelligence Studio, and inspect the JSON. That 5-minute experiment tells you immediately whether a pre-built model is enough or you need to train. And always check the current Azure docs, since models and pricing change often. If this helped, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.